Okay, so try and find a jammer and disable it so that we can get in contact with Pritchard, or find the GPL signals from myself and the scientist team, and search for signs of Megan's team. Just kind of see what's going on in this random place in Singapore that we have ended up. Bunch more pods and cryo. Just gonna get up my old praxis kit list. Okay, no praxis kits in this area, so.
How do you know?
Walden told me you saw him talking to the Queen.
I'm sure she was probably barking orders at him in here. Looks like this show is packed with A-listers now. Question is, who's headlining?
Things would be a lot easier if Darrow was still around. Anyway, I better get back to storage in case he decides to spring a surprise inspection on us.
Good idea.
So things would be easier if Darrow was still here. So Hugh Darrow has something to do with this facility and our missing scientists. Barracks dormitory code, okay. Yeah, my inventory is a fucking nightmare. I had that bloody grenade launcher which I lost, didn't I? So where a bunch of this I seem to have acquired a bunch of spare ammo that I don't really need. Right, there's a stack of ammo I really need. This lot is kind of spare ammo. I've got like a billion grenades. Like, I don't need this many grenades. this shit can be dropped, and some of these grenades can be dropped if we need to. If we ever need to. Yeah, inventory Tetris finally sorted out that nightmare of all the shit we picked up at the end of the DLC. I'm still sad for the loss of the grenade launcher, but you never know, maybe we'll find another one knocking around towards the end of the game. Got the ammo for it at least. Ho hum. Probably never would have used it anyway. Okay, we are just got out of our storage crate in Singapore, according to Pritchard. He tells us we're in Singapore, but there is some kind of jamming device around here that is preventing my signal and the signal of the scientists getting out to Pritchard. So job number 1 is to disable that if possible. Job number 2 is just to check this place out and see if our missing scientists and Megan Reed are anywhere to be found around this place, whatever this place is. Interestingly, as soon as I got here, I overheard 2 guards talking, and one of them mentioned Hugh Darrow and how he wished he was still here. So this Hugh Darrow fella might have something to do with this facility, and thus our missing scientists. That some bitch who was acting all friendly and pally with Sarif might have something to do with all this after all. Maybe he's an Illuminati douchebag as well. Yeah. This guy moving there. Okay, there's another guard down the end there with the 2 of them.
Spokeswoman for the WHO, confirms that the cause of these disruptions has been linked to a major malfunction in the multi-channel peripheral
Sounds like trouble!
Inside sources tell me that augmentation giant Ta Young Medical is scrambling to produce enough new and improved biochips to meet the expected demand. This widespread defect, coming so soon after the recent riots, only raises more questions about the problem of human enhancement. Is this the beginning of a complete technological breakdown, or just another glitch in the system? This is Eliza Kassan reporting to you live from Picus.
I'm gonna go out of my way to murderize these red guys because
story.
Fuck them.
The World Health Organization today issued an unprecedented recall on augmentation technology. For days, reports of temporary malfunctions and electrostatic disturbances have been flooding in from around the globe. Elizabeth Duclair, spokeswoman for the WHO, confirmed that the cause of these disruptions has been linked to a major malfunction in the multi-channel peripheral nerve biochip, a device which transmits neural impulses directly to inorganic tissue. She is urging people to visit their local limb clinics immediately to have the faulty chips replaced. Inside sources tell me that augmentation giant Ta Young Medical is scrambling to produce enough new and improved biochips to meet the expected demand. This widespread defect, coming so soon after the recent riots, only raises more questions about the problem of human enhancement. Is this the beginning of a complete technological breakdown, or just another glitch in the system? This is Eliza Kassan reporting to you live from Picus.
Of course, that whole shit show with the supposedly
Returning to tonight's biggest
glitched
story.
biochips in
The World
every
Health
single
Organization
augmented
today
person,
issued
and
an
Tai Young
unprecedented
Medical
recall on augmentation technology.
being the ones to manufacture new chips for everybody. And of course, Tai Young Medical were making a rush job on a huge batch of chips, and nobody apart from the very high echelons seemed to know what the chips were for or how they work. So that's all very suspicious. Mass recalls to get everybody onto these new biochips. Nothing good can come from this.
Access granted. For days, reports of temporary malfunctions and electrostatic disturbances have been flooding in from around the globe. Elizabeth Duclair, spokeswoman for the WHO, confirmed that the cause of these disruptions has been linked to a major malfunction in the multi-channel peripheral nerve biochip, a device which transmits neural impulses directly to inorganic tissue. She is urging people to visit their local limb clinics immediately.
Guy talking about rumours about the ranch, which I guess is this place, the ranch. It's where all those people were getting shipped off to in the pods. There are these two locals behind me talking about the ranch. They were going on about how that the whole VersaLife / World Health Organization, a bird flu outbreak that wiped out half the country a few years ago, all of a sudden they start whispering, saying it was all part of some crazy conspiracy by the government to test some new biological warfare weapon. They think it even has something to do with that whole SARS thing from 20 years ago. Apparently the ranch is actually owned by the Chinese, and this is all part of some crazy population control scheme. There's even websites devoted to this crap. It's like we're the new Area 51 or something. Man, that's so like forward thinking considering the whole shit show we're in right now with COVID and everything.
Spokeswoman for the WHO confirmed that the cause of these disruptions has been linked to a major malfunction in the multi-channel peripheral nerve biochip, a device which transmits neural impulses directly to inorganic tissue. She is urging people to visit their local limb clinics immediately.
And then here's a thing about asking maintenance to go clean up an old lab, and that some of the seals and the viral coolants are leaking. So maybe they were manufacturing the virus. Oh, hey, check it out, signal jammer.
Is this the beginning of a complete technological breakdown, or just another glitch in the system? This is a live exam, according to the law.
Oh, that's got to be the jammer.
Returning to tonight's biggest story, the World Health Organization today issued an unprecedented recall on augmentation technology. For days, reports of temporary malfunctions and electrostatic disturbances have been flooding in from around the globe. Elizabeth Duclair.
Yeah, it's spooky how on the nose they got with a lot of this stuff. And then also with the added factor that Deus Ex is all about conspiracy theories and stuff. And you've got, you know, all the friggin' nut jobs on the internet and anti-vaxxers and all that shit. It's like, it's just in the case of
You
Deus
must have
Ex,
done
it's real.
something, Jensen. 4 of our GPL signals just popped up, including yours. Koss, Colvin, Faraday. I'm not picking up Dr. Reed.
Send me the coordinates you do have. And Pritchard, tell Sarif.
I can't. While you were incommunicado, Mr. Darrow invited him, Bill Taggart, and the UN delegates to Panchaea. They're halfway to the Arctic by now.
Great.
Wait, Hugh Darrow invited them all to the Arctic. But we think Darrow might be involved in the conspiracy. Still, good start. We've got locations of 3 of our missing scientists. We know 1 is dead. Or at least is missing an arm anyway. Because that ended up with Tong.
Only raises more questions about the problem of human enhancement. Returning to tonight's biggest story, the World Health Organization today issued an unprecedented recall. Access granted. For days, reports of temporary malfunctions device which transmits neural impulses directly to inorganic tissue. She is urging people to
This
visit
isn't
their local
suspicious at
clinics
all, is it?
immediately to have the faulty chips replaced. Inside sources tell me that augmentation giant Albion Medical is scrambling. There is enough new information. With widespread use, only raises more questions about the problem of human error. Is this the beginning of a complete technological breakdown, or just another glitch in the system? This is Eliza Cassan, reporting to you live. Returning to time to issue
Final Fantasy 27 seems legit. Okay, there's a bunch of guards out here.
breakdown, or just another glitch in the system? This is Eliza Cassan, reporting to you live
I
from
need a
ICE.
crate or something I can pick up and throw as a decoy.
See that? No one came through.
I distracted one of them. See if we can get them to come in and investigate. It's the heavy as well, that's handy.
You better come out.
Come on, dickhead.
Stand down. It's nothing.
Has been linked to a major malfunction in the multi-channel peripheral nerve biochip, a device which transmits neural impulses directly to inorganic tissue. She is urging people to visit their local clinics immediately.
Omega Ranch. Biotech Labs. These mercs who tried to murder me and killed all of my friggin' scientist friends and robbed my other friends, kidnapped my other friends, they get no mercy. Coming. Although he's got some friends that are pretty nearby. Looking in my direction.
I think he came from around here. No one's supposed to be here. Stop! I see you!
Wasn't quite as successful as I'd hoped.
Returning to tonight's biggest story, the World Health Organization issued an unprecedented recall on augmentation, temporary malfunctions, and electrostatic disturbances have been flooding in from around the globe. Elizabeth Dufresne, spokeswoman for the WHO, confirmed that the cause of these disruptions has been linked to a major malfunction in the multi-channel peripheral nerve biochip, a device that transmits neural impulses directly to inorganic tissue. She is urging people to visit their local limb clinics
Not gonna fit.
to have the faulty chips replaced. Inside sources tell me that augmentation
See that? Door open, but no one came through.
Yeah, that makes
Hello?
no sense.
If anyone's hiding here, you'd better come out.
Sounds like you're chasing after ghosts again.
Stand down, it was nothing.
Elizabeth Duclair, spokeswoman for the WHO, confirmed that the cause of these disruptions has been linked to a major malfunction.
There's something. Therefore, all of you need backup.
Let's try this again. This time, no alarms. Oh yeah, I did get ninja vision. See, my Typhoon that I have is on F2 and Smart Vision's on F3. That's very dangerous. Pew. Got these heavies patrolling way out in the open there, and it's kind of a nightmare. There's a guy over here somewhere. Alright, he's through the laser beam. That was handy. Caught him right next to the laser grid. It's neat that you can drag their bodies to deactivate the grid, like the grids go off when they're nearby. He just happened to be standing there and gave me the chance to just duck in there and give him the old stabberoo. I think this is the tracking device thing up here. Which I guess we've already disabled.
Access granted.
I could drag the body back, but I don't want to leave him in the open where one of these other guards might see him. WHO, World Health Organization. Oh, one of the signals is in the basement of this building. Research department. I'm tempted to load it again after that. I feel it just doesn't work story-wise when you get spotted by a bunch of guys, they open fire, and then the rest of the map are just like doop-a-doop-a-doo. Didn't notice a thing, or, you know, get alerted and then go like, oh, I guess it was nothing. Like, from a kind of roleplay perspective, it sort of irks me. Plus, now all the guards are dead, I can just wander around here with abandon.
Access granted.
Hey, there's a file on me. File on Megan Reed, Eric Koss, Nia Colvin, Vasily Sevchenko, current status deceased. Yeah, alright, so he is dead, he's not just missing an arm. All the others are status acquired. The lab Sevchenko was using has been officially cleaned. No forensic team in the world will be able to find trace materials in there now. Omega Ranch. 2018, worst case scenario came to pass. A breach of containment led to the explosive spread of a modified variant of the H5N1 avian flu virus, which swept across Malaysia. Some conspiracists have insisted the event was deliberately triggered by clandestine groups. And the more shit I've seen around here, what these people get up to, the more I can believe it. that leads over the courtyard where the guards were patrolling, so that's handy. So we have a way across now. Here we go. Key world players to visit Panchaea in the Arctic. Billionaire Hugh Darrow is inviting the world to Panchaea, his state-of-the-art installation in the high Arctic. Darrow will be bringing key delegates from the UN, important players in the augmentation debate, and high-ranking government officials from around the world for a 3-day summit. Topping the agenda will be the augmentation issue. Insiders believe that Darrow and Lim, a major sponsor of the Panchaea project, are working together to reach an agreement with the UN and other international bodies concerning the regulation of human enhancement technology. Employing the highest percentage of augmented people in the world, Panchaea is a fitting stage to showcase and debate the possibilities that human enhancement presents. The explosion at Heng Shah that covered my my stowing away on the ship has been blamed on Australian terrorists. Of course it has.
This time the money is in the entire West Coast collapsing into the Pacific. Not to mention hitting a home run for the Council of Vive's depopulation plan. They've been talking about this one for years, so instead of waiting for it to happen, they'll just make it happen. This is how things go down in the world these days, followers.
I love that radio guy.
Access granted.
Don't tell me you don't know this already. I mean, who really owns this place? Everyone knows Hugh Darrow bought it through subsidiaries back in 2021. So maybe Hugh Darrow owns this place. There's some people who keep putting a bunch of bestiality porn on some poor scientist's computer, and he keeps complaining about it. It's funny. Right, this has got to be. Okay, hopefully this takes us down to the basement and we can find the first of our missing scientists and see what they have to say for themselves. Got something to say? No. Sure is a lot of people in bed squirming around. Nobody seems conscious. And a morgue full of dead ones. So I guess a lot of these test subjects are not making it.
Access granted.
Email from Vasily, who died, to Declan Flaherty, one of our other missing scientists. Declan, my old friend, you were right about the GPL implants. These bastards are using them to keep track of us, and they'll continue to do so unless we can shut down their tracking and jamming protocols. We need to discuss this in person. So it looks like they were planning to shut down the jammer. Maybe that's what ended up getting Vasily killed. Email from Megan Reed to Faraday. Megan, I'm really getting worried about this signal pattern they've got me working on. If it's truly meant to transmit software upgrades to limb patients, why do they want it to be broadcast wideband across multiple frequencies simultaneously? And what exactly is it going to transmit? For some reason I'm reminded of Delgado's work with electrical stimulation in the brain. She replies, I know you're nervous, and to be honest, so am I. Please don't risk yourself by sending me emails like this one. Stick to research. I'm sure they're monitoring every word we type. Okay, let's go. See what's going on in here. Like an auditorium. There's all chairs around.
Adam? Adam Jensen? Good grief, lad. What the blazes happened to you?
I made the mistake of surviving. I'm here to get you out, Dr. Faraday.
I told Vasily that Seraph wouldn't stop looking.
Sevchenko's dead, Dr. Faraday. I'm sorry.
I figured as much. One day he was just gone, and they wouldn't say why. We were all afraid, so we just kept to the work. They forced me to create a signal pattern that could broadcast software upgrades directly into a person's implanted circuitry.
Upgrades? That do what?
Whatever instructions have been encoded into them. They said it was to improve efficiency at clinics, but that wouldn't be the only application. Far from it.
Really? What about Dr. Reed? Her GPL signal isn't broadcasting. Do you know where she is?
In the secured zone. You'll never get in there. Too many guards.
A distraction might encourage them to leave the area. Say, an incident in one of the labs.
A bold plan, my boy. But one small incident would never be enough.
No, you're right. But 3 simultaneous accidents might.
I like your style, son. And it just might work if you can get Nia and Eric to agree. But timing them to occur at once, that will be the trick.
I'll worry about the timing. For now, sit tight and wait for my signal.
There's one thing you're forgetting, lad. They can track our GPL signals.
I thought as much. But we have no choice.
There may be something. Vasily wanted to upload a virus onto their security network. Disable their GPL protocols. Eric or Nia might know more about it.
Have you seen Nia Colvin lately? I haven't found her yet.
They've done a good job keeping us all separated, but I suspect she'll be in the Microgen building. There's a skywalk connecting the 2 buildings. If you can find it, you won't have to go back outside.
I'm still looking for Dr. Koss. I don't suppose you could point me in the right direction.
Eric showed an amazing bit of courage a few weeks back. Slipped a note into one of the project reports, telling me they've got him locked inside a lab on the 3rd floor of the Microgen building. I suspect, though, they'll have cameras and other security devices protecting it. You'll have to be on your guard, son.
Any idea who's behind this, Doc? The kidnapping, the facility?
Not really. Remarkable considering I've been here 6 months. You would have thought someone would let something slip. But if it doesn't have to do with the research, you don't get a word out of them.
Sounds like the guards are well trained. But what kind of threats were needed to stop the other researchers from talking?
Well, there were threats early on just to get us to work. Of course, Vasily saw right through that. Kept saying they needed us. I suppose in his case, the risk outstripped the return at some point. Damn them.
Dr. Sevchenko probably knew the risks and accepted them.
That he did. Go on, lad. Let's put this plan of yours into action. It's time to teach these wankers a lesson.
Wankers. Sure. Alright.
Gotcha. Just be ready. When you feel your GPL vibrate, set off that distraction.
Understood, lad. But do be careful.
Alright, so there might be a way for us to disable their GPL tracking. And then we're going to cause a distraction via all 3 scientists that are going to let us slip through to the secure area and find Megan. Darrow is secretly Mr. Huge Ass. He does seem like he's a massive bellend. But he was the guy who invented. Oh, hey, look, see down. That's neat. Seems like our scientists have generally been cooperating. Not that they have much of a choice. Except for the Russian, that is. He's attempted more than once to hack our restriction protocols. I'm keeping an eye on him.
Access granted.
Ready to relieve you, Corporal.
Right.
Coleman, eh? What's she whining about now? She's just trying to get on your nerves to see if you'll drop your guard. Don't let her get to you.
shit, he's on the move. Really? That's some bullshit. Interesting that we have millions of augmented people getting new biochips inserted, and now our captured scientists have been tasked with writing software to send signals to on a wide band for quote software updates. Is that going to kick everybody off again?
Got a body here.
Hostile in the area. Look alive.
What do you mean we got a body here?
Shit, he's dead. Gotta be someone around.
Come on back.
I'm immune to EMP, motherfuckers.
What the hell is
Don't stick that weapon in my face. What is wrong with you?
Nice to see you too, Dr. Goldman.
What? Wait a second. I know you. You were Seraph's security guy. Way to protect our asses.
Hey, check the attitude, Doc. I nearly died trying to save you.
Oh, and now you're here to take me back. Well, maybe I don't want to go. Maybe I've got more here than I ever had at Seraph.
Would Vasily Savchenko agree with that? They executed him and dumped his body in a ditch.
That's not true.
Believe it. Unless these murderers have you so brainwashed, you don't mind building their toys.
It wasn't a toy. It was a software upgrade that limits functionalities in a biochip. They told me it was for crowd control. Is Vasily really dead? You saw the body?
What was left of it?
Oh my god. I should have listened to him.
Dr. Colvin, I need to free Megan Reed and get everyone else out of here. It means causing simultaneous accidents in 3 labs.
Declan and Eric. Of course. Interesting idea, Mr. Jensen. Ambitious, but risky. The timing will be critical.
I'll coordinate the attack. But you understand that this could all backfire.
I'm no shrinking violet, Mr. Jensen, but there may be another issue.
The GPL tracker, I know. I also know about the virus Dr. Savchenko developed. The one meant to interfere with their security.
One step ahead. Just like Vasily. It's a good plan. However, I don't have the virus program. Perhaps you should check with Declan or Eric.
I haven't yet located Eric Koss, Dr. Colvin. Do you know where they're keeping him?
He's working in a lab on the 3rd floor. There's an elevator that might get you there. It's on the 2nd floor, though, and I heard the guard say something about that floor being shut off. But then again, with those neuro enhancements of yours, you might find a way to get into it.
Dr. Colvin, I need to know I can trust you. You seemed pretty happy to be here until I told you about Dr. Savchenko.
It's been 6 months, Mr. Jensen. Not long for you, perhaps, but how long can a person live in constant fear? Once they took us out of isolation, it just seemed easier to concentrate on the work.
Did all of you feel that way?
Vasily didn't. Maybe not Declan either, but the work we do here, the discussions, and the theories. I thought Seraph's projects were far-reaching, but the experiments I've seen going on here, it's the kind of stuff DARPA dreams up every day.
Only without governmental oversight keeping you in line.
I suppose I'm just a typical scientist to you, right, Mr. Jensen? Blindly pushing boundaries? No care for who's footing the bill or how our discoveries get made?
We all have to live with ourselves at the end of the day, Dr. Colvin.
You're right, of course. But were things so different in Detroit? We all know where those Seraph contracts came from, don't we? You asked me if you could trust me. You can. But you better get on with this.
I will. In the meantime, stay tuned for the signal. You'll feel a vibration in your GPL. That'll be the time to set off the distraction.
I'll be ready. And I'm sorry about what I said.
We're working as fast as we can. This pressure you're putting on us doesn't help, you know.
You don't look like the other security people. Did they call you in to deal with the smugglers? I know they've tried to enter the ranch before.
What do you want? I told you people not to barge in here. Wasn't the new biochip design enough?
Dr. Koss, I'm here to get you out.
Jensen? From Sarif? But we were told we'd been written off.
Not exactly.
Listen, Jensen. They forced me to work for them. I didn't want to create the new biochip, especially since it was based on Sarif's research, but they didn't give me a choice.
No one doubts your loyalty, Dr. Koss. Do you know what they plan to do with this new biochip?
I'm not sure. They said something about having Tai Young Medical produce it and distribute it through LIM, but I can't be sure.
I've already been in touch with Colvin and Faraday, and we've come up with a plan. If the three of you set off simultaneous explosions in your labs, it might allow me to access the secured area and find Megan. Then we all get out of here.
Isn't that a little risky? Besides, how will we coordinate these accidents? It's impossible.
Maybe not. But it's that or staying here and eventually ending up like Dr. Sevchenko.
They killed him, didn't they? He kept provoking them, coming up with these wild escape plans. They try to keep us apart as much as possible now. All right, Mr. Jensen. I'm with you. What's our next move?
Listen, Dr. Koss. Dr. Sevchenko had a plan to neutralize the GPL tracker.
Yes, he wanted to upload a viral program onto the security control computer to scramble all of their equipment. He gave me a copy in case anything happened to him. Here, I never had the courage to use it. Besides, we had nowhere to go.
The computer I need to upload this to. Where's it located?
Vasily mentioned a tunnel near the back of the compound. I think it leads to the restricted area's security terminals, but, well, I've never used it myself. I wish I could be more helpful, or even go with you. But...
Dr. Koss, the bioship you mentioned was based on Sarif studies?
Yes, I believe so. At first I thought it was merely convergent research, but I've worked with Dr. Reed long enough to recognize her handiwork. Besides, I had been working on something similar back in Detroit.
And your knowledge of it made you invaluable here.
At least to a certain extent, it probably helped us all stay alive. But now with Dr. Shevchenko, I guess we've all become expendable. Except for Dr. Reed, I suppose.
Why do you say that?
It's more of a general feeling, I guess. Back in Detroit, we all realized that we were on the verge of something groundbreaking. And here, well, everyone seems to view her research as crucial in some way.
That might explain why she's being held in a secured area.
Possibly. I'm just glad we're going home. It's kind of hard to believe.
Stay put, Dr. Koss. Once I upload this virus, you'll have to do your part. When you feel a vibration from your GPL, that's the signal to set off the explosion.
I'll wait, Mr. Jensen. But hurry.
way for me to turn off these lasers.
Shit, was that a bullet?
Okay. Turns out bullets will do the trick to distract guys. That's good to know. Wish I'd known that like 30 hours ago. Use them to turn the lasers off.
Access granted.
I know security seems high, but they're only here for our protection. A lot of people would kill for the technology we're developing.
This isolation has really allowed me to concentrate. Plus, the facilities are second to none.
Wow. I didn't think they'd let you guys out of the high security area. We heard that a lot of the subjects weren't doing so well. But you're looking healthy.
Gotta make sure my scientists have a nice safe way out, so I'm gonna murder as many of these guys as I can.
Back up. What a mess. What happened here? Back up.
For our prisoner, Megan seems to be sending a lot of emails. She does, but she's also kind of telling people not to worry and like trying to make sure nobody gets hurt. You know. Making sure none of the scientists do anything stupid.
That?
This decoy bullet thing is going to be my new favorite toy.
What the hell was that? Make the call.
What? The camera saw that? Fuck you, camera. I'm going to check the next floor and see if there's some way to turn that camera off. Aha, security cam. Oh, right, I've been here.
We've got a breach. I've got a possible visual. Hostile in the area! On him! Open wide! Keep me covered! Reloading! Hey down!
Ninja vision for the win. I don't know really why. I don't actually have to kill any of these guys. None of this is necessary.
Did you hear that?
For some reason I have the urge to kill all these guys without being spotted.
Did you hear that? Either that's a pebble or someone shooting. Hell, what? I've got a hostile in the area. On him. Sight.
The fuck?
Intrude.
What did you say?
Ah! Frag him. Stop. I see you. Ready, hit.
That was bullshit. Who the fuck saw me? That was complete bullshit. I was hiding behind that thing and he was like, I see you. No, you fucking don't. Oh, for fuck's sake.
Did you hear that? Did you hear that? False alarm. Did you hear that? Someone's shooting. Did you hear that? Ah!
that?
Haha, haha, right underneath. That's it. Whole building cleaned out. Finally, after many a failed attempt.
Access granted.
Come inside, you bastard.
Footsteps. Who's there?
Access granted.
Over there. Get him! I see you!
Got him inside.
Well. Don't know which one of them spotted me, but I guess that'll solve the situation.
Access granted.
Gonna do the old gun turret trick there and take these guys out with that, but I don't know. One of them must have turned around. Yeah, the second I got there was a security terminal on the ground floor in there that managed to turn off the top floor camera. So I guess if I'd actually come in from the ground floor, all would be well. Whoa, gear. None of it I want. Right, so we're supposed to plant this virus in a machine down this tunnel, I think. Well, I don't think. It's where the objective marker is. Camera and a robot. I wonder if there's another way to sneak in. Vent. Oh, okay, the bot's locked up. That's good. So much for this being a secure area. It's like nobody here.
Access granted.
Pritchard, are you still tracking the scientists?
Of course.
Simulate feedback along that route. Make it strong enough to vibrate their implants. They have to feel it.
A signal, eh? Not bad, Jensen. I'm sending it now.
P.S. The siren is still on. Yes. Yes. Right. I feel like this might be the place to stop. So I have a feeling something's coming up. I don't want to be up for hours more. So I know it's been a short one. I was out for a nice long walk this evening in the cool, so I didn't get back until a bit later than I thought. But probably fire this up and play some more tomorrow, maybe. We'll see. We will save the confrontation with Megan Reed until we can really sit and savour it. Yeah, that's great. Right, that's enough of that. I was listening to the Giant Bombcast, but I should be listening to my book because I'm a naughty boy. And in order to avoid answering any embarrassing questions, I'm gonna quickly click the stop streaming button. I'll see you soon, buddy. Take it easy.